afternoon. My name is Anthony Gonzalez, and I am the president of AJ West Financial and Insurance Services. I wanted to talk to you today about insurance, life insurance in particular. I know most of you who I am talking to understand the value of life insurance, but you may not know some of the facts behind life insurance that makes it so valuable. One of them is that the death benefit of a life insurance policy is tax free to your heirs. Whoever you choose to give that money to cannot be contested in probate, cannot be contested in a will, cannot be contested in any form legally. You decide who the beneficiary is, and they receive the money tax free. That can be $1 million. It can be $5 million. It can be $100,000. It can be $25,000. Whatever you decide you want to pay for the death benefit of your loved one, you do, and you assign that to whomever you wish to give it. So it bypasses all of the hassles of probate and all of the other things that come to bear when somebody dies. There are no estate taxes, there are no death taxes attached to life insurance. So that's one very valuable aspect. Many rich people are using life insurance as a means by which they can transfer wealth to their heirs, to their children, to their loved ones, without all the hassle of trusts and probate and any of the other things that go along with that. So I want you to understand that life insurance, just by itself, for the death benefit alone, is more valuable than almost anything else. Do you know that the people in our Black communities are some of the highest purchasers of life insurance? Now, that seems strange, but they understand the value of life insurance, what it can provide for their children that they themselves cannot provide. It's pennies on the dollar for $100,000 and you get it early enough and you're healthy, you'll be able to provide $100,000 for your child, for your loved one, and they'll never have to worry about paying taxes on that money. That's a great deal. The other thing is that you're hearing all these commercials right now on television and on the radio that deal with life insurance. And they're talking about how they can get you a low cost life insurance, and they'll talk about term and term insurance. And you've heard this more than likely. Term insurance is pay for term and invest the rest. Term insurance is like renting. It's different than permanent insurance. Permanent insurance lasts your entire life, but term insurance is only for a period of time. So, for instance, if I buy auto insurance, I buy it for a year, I'm paying for it. If anything happens to me in my car, it will pay out whatever, whatever the benefits are. If I never have an accident, I'll never see that money again that I paid. Let's say you pay $80 a month, $70 a month, every month. And you do this for 10 years. I mean, that's thousands of dollars that you've paid to them. You never had an accident. You're never going to have to pay for life. I mean, you've paid for that. And that was to ensure you that just in case you had an accident, you would be protected. Term insurance is the same way. In case you die within a period of 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 35 years, if you die within that period of time that you've elected and you're paying that every month you're paying out, usually it's a small amount compared to permanent insurance, and I'll give you the reason why. Then you're going to be paying less money, but in the end, you're protected or your family is protected just in case you die within that period of time that you have bought the insurance. Many people buy term insurance for a period of time of about 25 years. They have a new family, they have a house, they have all these different assets, and they want to protect their family just in case they die in that period of time. I mean, people die. People die from car accidents, people die from heart attacks, and you would be surprised that the majority of heart attacks and strokes that take place in this country are around the age of between 44 and 48 years old. That doesn't seem possible, does it? It seems like 44-year-olds are very, let's say, very healthy compared to somebody who's like 64 or 65 years old. Well, that's not necessarily the case. The statistics tell us that 64-year-olds, if you live to be 65-year-old, you're more apt to live to be 85, 90 than if you are 45 years old and have a heart attack or a stroke. Okay, all of that having been said, most of these companies that are advertising, from MetLife, New York Life, you name it. There's Progressive. You see Progressive constantly advertised, and they'll have all these different values to their life insurance. But let me tell you, when they say something like you can get 500,000, John was 40 years old, he smokes, and he got a $500,000 uh, life insurance policy for somewhere in the vicinity of $25-$30 a month. There's all kinds of caveats to that. First of all, he had to be in perfect health. Secondly, if he smokes, it doubles the amount of premium. So if he's paying $30, he could have been paying $15 just because of his smoking. That's how it works. If he's not smoking, if he's in perfect health and he gets a $500,000 policy, to get it for $15 a month, he's only going to have a term policy for maybe 5 to 10 years. This is how they get you. They tell you that you can get this for, you're healthy, and you get a 10-year policy for $15 a month. Well, 10 years means that you're only going to live to 50 years old. All the money that you've paid during that period of time is gone. It's lost. You're not going to have it. And most people do not get the death benefit on term policies. They know what they're doing with term policies. Okay? It's good. It's insurance. It insures you. So you need to do that. But at the same time, don't make the mistake that paying less, you think you're going to get more. You get what you pay for. If you want a 25-year term policy, which is a good term policy, that's a good period of time, then it's best to do that when you're young. Do it when you're young, between your 30s and between your 30s and 50s. Do it when you're young. Otherwise, if you don't do it when you're young, what's going to happen is you're going to be paying more and more. The older you get, the more you pay. It's it's the way that insurance works. Now, here's the other thing that you need to know that I provide that most of these other companies do not provide. I represent very reputable companies, AIG, Phoenix Life, um, all these various companies, Fidelity and Guarantee. And all of these companies provide their life insurance with living benefits. That is, if you get sick while you have this life insurance policy, you can get what they call accelerated benefits from the life insurance policy and be able to get those benefits now while you're still alive. So if you are diagnosed with cancer and you have $1 million policy, you may be able to pull out 750, 850, $900,000 out of that policy to help you now when you need it the most, when you're not working, when you're on chemotherapy, when you only have maybe disability insurance that's paying for you, which only pays half of your salary. All of these things are very important because if you're self employed, you don't have that uh, that thing, and you have to go through the state, and you're only going to get so much money, and it's not enough to live on, and you may lose your house, and you may lose your car, and you may be out on the street. You may have to while you're sick, and your family is out on the street with you. That doesn't make any sense. Yet we now have life insurance and that's it, term insurance. I'm not talking about all the other ones. All the other ones have this too. But term insurance, 25 years, and you've got a term insurance and 10 years into that policy, you suddenly come down with cancer, you're going to be able to pull out the money from that policy while you're still alive, and that's going to relieve you of the stress that financial stress brings. Very important. You need to know this stuff. This is why you need to call me. You need to talk to me. I'm here. This is what I've dedicated now my new career to do is to help you with this very thing, to secure your financial life so that if something happens to you and you don't die, I can help you. I can save your financial life as well as the protecting the lives of your family if the unthinkable happens and you die. But a lot of times the unthinkable happens and you don't die. You're just too sick to work and to bring in an income. Think about it. Call me 1-844-3 tax free. 1-844-3 tax free. 1-844-3 tax free. Or go to taxfreetomorrow.com. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.